got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready and 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Peyton Barber. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
3 down, 3 down.
Vic readies to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Delta. Go get him. Go get him.
They just get the play off. Now Vic. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 15 on the base. Here we go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Watch the safety creep. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 24, check 24. Hey, me.
On 2nd down, Barber. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Kill. Any weapon. That's it. Yeah. 2-6.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A 40-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. 13 Spill. 5.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off play action. Black going deep downfield for Ross. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Black. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on third.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Black. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. They can't hang with us.
Vick operating on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 50, Mike 50. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Throwing again. Vick. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but now it's third down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing.
On third down, Vick. That's caught. It's Peyton Barber. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Go. Check, check. Bang, 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 bang. Go. Bang, bang.
Barber on first and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Here we go, here we go. Time to end it. Two times, two times. Four down, check. Four down. Go. Hey, I need one over here, Mike on. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Mike 8. Mike 3.
On play action, Vick. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Come on, baby. Let's see what's going on. Switch.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check. Lucky.
From the gun, Vick. It's brought in by Harris. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a first and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Set up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away. So
he's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. How about that? Their quarterback, 85 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, 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 check. Check your hot read. Orbit. Yeah. 50, Mike 50. Come on.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
No. Off. Jim. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 24.
They'll try and run here with Barber. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Looking to throw. Black. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Cincinnati.
Let's go.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, crunch, crunch. Check 4, check 4. Check 52. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Wahoo. Check, motion out of the backfield, motion out of the backfield.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 7. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On first down, Black. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Off the play fake. Black rolling to his right. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Get set. Snap.
They'll look to throw again. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Rodney Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Vick. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
50 to Mike Shut. Coming this way. Hey. Here we go. Mike 50, Mike 50. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike 50, Mike 50. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Vick now from the 50. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey. My game. You're trash.
Vick to the air again. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go back to the ground. This time Barber. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
3rd and 9.
Check.
Here's Muhammad. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. Buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Kill. 61. Match box.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Black got a man open. It's Ross. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Black, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check it back. Shit. Go. 15. Check 50.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
3 down. Check 3. 66. Pull it. Now. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Smoke small.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He gets this one to Boyd. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Greystone travel. Back to you. I'm going. Big grip.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to throw. Black. Breaks a tackle. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
So here's Vic following the interception. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. It's our time. It's our time. Come on. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? So we got man. Hey, check Mike 50.
Vic will look to throw on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike 8. Cut. Mike 8. Here we go.
Vic now. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's 50. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch that go.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
I'm coming for you, man. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Duck. Nice strong. Drive on. Hey. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Short. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey. Mike 50, Mike.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. So don't say nothing. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
On third down, Vick. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Mike's 50. Okay, double up.
From the red zone now, Vick. He gets it complete to Harris. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now here's Vick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big...